We'll call Pa Breakdown Monday, February 9th. Let's get into it. Starting off the day, we're still bullish after sweeping a lot of stuff previous month lows and everything. So, especially how Friday closed, we rebalanced the whole weekly range, and from there, we just took out a bunch of liquidity. From here, just trying to see what price is doing. So, Asia opens, we gap up, nice displacement up, but no continuation. We literally tapped into nothing here on the left to confirm we're going short, especially since the reaction we got was straight up accumulation here. Okay, so from this accumulation, random rapid move down at the end of London, you would know this is your manipulation right here. All right, reason why NQ did not hold this low is because look at it, NQ made the manipulation. It swept all this accumulation. As if you look here, this is all rebalanced out. This is all like perfect clean lows. They're all clean. But here, after we started displacing up, this became accumulation. This is accumulation. So look at NQ. Sniping out this accumulation, give you the SFT and the turtle soup, right? NQ made the manipulation. ES didn't. ES did not dig as deep. Alright? So you would know ES is gonna look to just continue pumping and NQ is gonna look to manipulate. Like 930 will look to maybe take out this low or continue going lower. Okay? That's why ES was like the protected pair, quote unquote. Like it was the weaker pair. It did not sweep this low. It did not sweep this accumulation. That's why it just kept running, and NQ was just following it behind after it made the manipulation. So after we made the SFT, again, really nothing. We're not really displacing away. We're still chopping around. This is all accumulation still. So 930 is gonna look to manipulate lower, take out maybe this low or this low. All right, gave you that. You got the SFT. Price total soup this low, okay, and from here you could just go on the 1 minute. That was the narrative for today. It was really simple. That we're just still continuing bullish from previous week, Friday. So turtle soup and your SFTs at this 5 a.m. low. From here, clean displacement. The order block was kind of weird to draw, but you could just do this bullish candle, okay, because on the 50-second, 30-second, you'll have like a bearish and a bullish candle, so it doesn't really matter. So you can see price came back inside the order block. It respected it, and from here we seen displacement away. The first long you could have taken, you could have caught this, but this was like less probable unless you reacted fast enough. It was just like a little bit risky as well, since like we still haven't displaced up. We just have manipulation, not much displacement, and we have the SIBI here that we're waiting to get in first. So after you see this rebalance inside the candle, the order block, and you see a displacement away, displacing past this high, then it was super valid to enter. Alright, stop loss at the displacement candle or at this rebalance right here, targeting 1-to-1, or these highs right here, which would have been safe to TP at, and it would have been easy. Alright, so if you entered on this candle, it was valid. If you waited on the rebalance on this one, seeing how this one closed, you could see it barely dug in, and we're still respecting this bullish one. So as this one starts displacing up, you can enter as well. Alright, stop loss at the low of this BC right here. 1-to-1 would have been hit. It was fine. Alright, longs here still would have been fine as long as you had your stop loss at the rebalance. Alright, again, 1-to-1 would have been hit. Today was really easy and simple. Alright, especially with the narrative, it wasn't really that hard or tricky. Just literally price accumulates. Alright, especially how we were moving downwards like this. It's just gonna get manipulate this low, and then from there we just push up. So that's pretty much it for 9:40. Alright, AM. Longs were really clean and simple. And for 10:40, let's see, 10:40, same thing. Alright, we took out this low, but when we got back up near here, price legit just displaced through. So you would know we're not looking bearish, even though we have displacement lower. Alright, if you took shorts here, targeting this low, it would have been valid. Alright, but I'm sure none of you guys were trading around like 10:20. So none of you guys would have like template traded this, especially after this fat displacement, after we have this internal manipulation inside the BISI. Okay, you would know we're still continuing the bullish bias and displacing higher. So again, displacement candle past the highs. Alright, we also had, and we also had SFT at this low. So again, SFT, turtle soup, displacement candle, inversing a bunch of bearish candles, and from here we just need clean displacement. Alright, rebalance, and from here just displacement, but it was kind of weak, I'm not gonna lie. But if you just waited for like clean bullish continuation, so like if you entered here, stop loss at this low or this low, 1-to-1, which would have been met. I don't know why the candles are missing, but yeah, today was really easy, just simple bullish. I had bearish narrative first. I understand why you think that, but look at how Asia printed, bro. If you were bearish, do you want to see like price action moving like this? Especially in London. Look at how London moved. Legit all accumulation. Like, do you see any clean displacement candle? Like, you don't see price displacing fast away from like manipulation. Like here, boom, clean displacement away. Alright, here, clean displacement away after manipulation. Look at how price is moving after the manipulation. If price is not moving after manipulation, then that manipulation is weak. It's not gonna cause a lot, you know. Here as well, look. Again, we're bearish, quote unquote, we're displacing lower, but we swept this lower from after sweeping this low. What do you see? Total sweep SFT from here, fat displacement candle up. How much points was this candle? Legit 45 points. But yeah, that's pretty much the day. It was really quite simple. And yeah. Alright. Let's get into the trades. Any questions about PA Breakdown? AP, balance, 2 micros, manipulation at the low, trading away from order block, busy disrespect, target accumulation with stops at order block range for 1-to-1. Yep, clean. This is not the busy though, this is a Sibi. But yeah, clean. Targeting the high, yeah. Not bad. Clean AP, good shit, bro. Did I hesitate today but close early because of that SFT as soon as I closed the next candle displaced? Really annoying but no point overthinking. What should I do next time? Bro, why would this SFT in the middle of accumulation reverse price lower? Like, look to the left. All of this is accumulation. Price is gonna obviously make an SFT, but look at the stronger manipulation we have. We swept a really prominent low. Okay, we're continuing the bullish bias. If we were bearish, why would this SFT, like, why would price action move like this, chop down lower like this? If we were bearish, 930 would have continued going lower. You know what I'm saying? So accept the risk. You enter the trade. You hold the trade until you hit TPRSO. All right. The only time you like close out if you see price take out your DOL and ES, or like you see a crazy SFT with highs or lows, you know, prominent highs or lows, and you see instant reaction. That's where you would like go break even or close your trade. But here, literally enter and accept it. You have everything marked out. Your DOLs, price swept it, displacement, semi disrespect, rebalance, displacement again. Like, bro, today was so easy and free. Total manipulation, total soup, order block rebalance, entry after busy disrespect. 40-point stop was the most I could risk. Bro, you're so eager to enter. Be more patient. Like, we're still near 930. Price can literally respect these manipulation to dump. You know, we're not seeing clean candle closure displacement. Wait for candle closure displacement here. You see price is displacing higher, yes, but like, look how it closed. You know, price is gonna look to rebalance, especially when we have an order block below us. All right. Stop trying to trade around 930, bro. Most of you guys' losses is just like entering way too early. Even though you have the right narrative, the right trade, etc. You guys are just entering early around 933, 934 when manipulation is not even over. Like, price can still continue manipulating lower. Alright? Be more patient, bro. Just start trading at 935, like 936. Like, stop trying to like enter 3 minutes after 930 opens. You guys are just like addicted to the displacement candles. I was in a meeting while trading. That's your first mistake. Trading while in a meeting, bro. Like, you can't juggle two things. You know, you're trading financial markets. You're not trading like a game. Alright, so. Shock. Why are you shocked at this? Like, are you surprised that you notice you're under pressure when you're trading in a meeting, when you're not supposed to be trading or you're not supposed to be on your phone? You're going to rush a setup. You're going to rush your buys. You're going to rush your narrative. Well, obviously, you're going to hit a sell. Okay, bias would be long. Correct. So you had the right bias. I entered long. I had 100 tick SL. Before I could even adjust it, got stopped out immediately. I have my SL set like this so I can drag and adjust it. But okay, so you had a 25-point SL. You entered longs. Yeah, bro. Again, first you had the right narrative of longs. Okay, if you guys stopped out because of your SL, re-enter after more confirmation. Re-enter after displacement past the wick high, the candle up there. Okay, just because you see an SFT in the middle of the range, that's shit. It's not gonna reverse it down, bro. Why would this weak ass SMT right here reverse price when we have this fat one below us after sweeping so much lows, after sweeping all these lows? Like, think, just because you see an SMT doesn't mean you short, you long it. With bias, with narrative, bro. And you shorted immediately after, bro. This was just horrible today. Today was really simple and easy. Yusuf, don't trade when you're in a meeting. Don't trade when you're rushed. Alright, for your SL and your TPs, literally just market order and then close it. You know? Literally just react fast enough to close it, or like, if it hits your SL, just close it. If it hits your TP, close it. You know, manually close it. You don't have to set TPs. D9, good longs. Beautiful, bro. Brandon. Longs, clean. You don't need to go break even now, because look, this is all accumulation. All this is valid target. Even that high up there, price is not going to look to reverse from just taking out this low. Okay? Especially if you look. I know it might seem like a prominent high, but look to your left. What did we react off of from this high? A bunch of accumulation still. So, price is legit is going to keep going long until Asia highs, because this is all accumulation. All of this is accumulation. Alright? So, literally long the bitch and hold it to Asia highs, and boom, you're rich. But yeah, overall, good longs, Brandon. Good shit, bro. Forward test, my thought process is we would displace above the high, rebalance into that busy, displace higher with candle closure, so I target 50 points. I put my stop loss below the displacement candle. Stop loss in the right place. Caught the displacement. Beautiful, bro. 50 points, yep. Clean. You weren't scared of this ZOL because this is all accumulation. Perfect. Next time, just be careful, though, because I think you were targeting a flat 50 points, but look at the reaction we get from sweeping these highs, alright? Even though they're not prominent accumulation, but like any other day, that high could be a prominent high, or that high could be enough to reverse us. So just be careful around those highs, River. Overall, though, good shit, bro. Charted on trading view, executing on top step, so I'm only on top step when I see a valid trade and not forcing shit. Beautiful. Clean longs. Good shit, man. Nothing bad to say, bro. Beautiful. Good shit. Clean thought process. Got BE on my flight. Couldn't drag my TV due to Wi-Fi, but I was able to go break even. Bruh. You had the right trade for the longs. Yup. Unfortunate that you couldn't drag your TP, but just like close it manually, bro. Today I took one trade on my 2 XFAs, 2 trades on my eval that are now passed. I just did 300 to pass after the first. Saw good stuff. Walked away. Please look at the trades and let me know if the thought process was correct. London low was the low inside that I really liked. I saw the manipulation needed to enter with sell orders. As long as I like the manipulation, we had to at least be able to take out that resistance. Yep. Again, even though you had London lows marked out as a DOL, don't try to catch a pullback. Alright, especially when we were looking bullish overall. Alright, price can legit just like quick you out. You know, I don't want you trading 930, bro. Even if you have the right bias, the right narrative, etc. Stop trading 930. You guys are just addicted to the displacement candles. Okay, stop it. This was a real proper long. This one had thought process behind it. Nice manipulation, displacement, disrespect of Civi. Displacement, rebalance, displacement, rebalance, displacement. See? So clean and simple when you guys just be patient and wait. So simple continuation, displacement, rebalance, displacement. Was looking at reversal because we was respecting the order block, going lower but waited for displacement. We then started running. Clean. Simple. Clean forward test. BE on the first long, then accidental sell instead of buy, so there's 3 J's on here, but it's really a BE and a re-entry win. Displacement nice. Clean longs. Wait. You entered here on this candle, Brandon. If you entered here, just put your stop loss below it and just hold it, okay? Don't go break even too fast, alright? Because if we're displacing past this high, why would price just start reversing off here? Especially when we came off manipulation, this internal manipulation at these lows right here. Price not going to look to displace, take out the high, reverse, you know what I'm saying? Because we already have manipulation at this low. If price wanted to continue displacing lower, being bearish, it would have done it here, alright? Overall, good longs. Good comeback. Oof. Clean forward test though. I was initially bearish, wanted to see price react with the internal SMT, but flipped my narrative as soon as I saw that displacement candle. I was targeting the 1 minute order block, but then saw how heavy ES was twisting higher, so I held till the high got met. Beautiful, clean longs, Majid, nothing bad to say, bro. Good shit. Okay. Break even on exit it and exit is okay, yeah. Good. Easy longs, total super order block, forward, wait for displacement out of wick. Clean. Just make sure to have your SO below the displacement candle that displaces, but overall, right narrative, good trade. A bit late into the leg, didn't like the chop around the CB disrespect. Also on Monday, so just waited for the internal market structure to close at the SMT. Yep, clean. Clean logs overall. Yep, close at the SMT in case price did something. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. Said it was good when it was spot on. There's some sort of realists. Setup outcome, setup order block, disrespect, CB, SMT, rebounds, displacement. Very good, bro. Good shit, John. Finally, nigga. This is what. See, it's so easy to win when you just be patient, stop like thinking emotionally, just think logically. It's that simple. You're good, bro. Don't worry. Love, I'm proud of you. Pre-market, we swept a invalid zero, total manipulation zero. 9:30, we displaced lower, taking out another invalid total manipulation draw. Then we take out some external manipulation. ES only swept the one. It failed to sweep the external draw. Then we just flicked the cap accumulating, waiting for proper rebalance displacement. Saw and took it. Clean. Okay. Right TP at these highs at pre-markets. Clean longs, displacement rebalance, displacement back. Good, Pim. Good shit, bro. Good. Between two order blocks. 9:30 manipulated, showed the market's hand wait for some structure, found an entry, got 30 points, past top step. Good shit. Okay. Order block, you marked it out like low-key a lot, like it's huge. I know it was kind of huge, but like you can just mark out this candle. When we have a lot of big candles, you could just use it, just use one candle, it's fine. Especially the one that made the manipulation, like the recent low. So this bullish candle, marking out the order block on it, perfectly fine. But overall, you had the right trade. Okay. This SFT, I mean not the SFT, but the order block here, this had no significance because look at this. We're accumulating, we make manipulation, displacement. So all of this is just going to be valid liquidity for price to take out. 1040, bullish order block respect, only went for 20 points because price already pumped heavy, 300 plus points, got winning day on the alpha. Very good, bro. Good shit. Akib, clean longs, 1040 because you didn't want to foam with 940. Beautiful, bro. Displacement, rebalance, displacement again. Good shit, bro. Trizzy, good longs, bro. Nothing bad to say. Zay, same thing. Beautiful. All of you guys cooked. Playmaker, good longs. Woke up at market open and was able to catch this. Again, beautiful longs. Miko, good shit, bro. Cooking. Opinions on buying lightning fundeds. I don't know. I would suggest going with Lucid, Top Step, or My Funded Futures, or Alpha Futures. Those are like the best out there right now. And Tradify as well. Abdur, clean longs, bro. Good shit. Is it valid to enter at 9:33 after we displace above the previous candle wick inside the SIBI? This displacement would be above CE of the SIBI, but sometimes I get hesitant because I'm not sure how to tell whether the SIBI will hold or not. When we have opposing manipulation. So, SIBI, okay, the SIBI came, but like, what was the manipulation behind it? You know what I'm saying? Like, we just have a SIBI. Just a displacement candle. So this, treat this as like price going down to manipulate. When price manipulates, it's taking out liquidity. It's taking out lows, okay? After it takes out the lows, it's filled, it's objective, the manipulation is over. So when the manipulation is over, price will look to reverse and give you that bullish continuation reversal, whatever. All right. Anything that was before it is just targets. It's just accumulation for price to like take out. So when we make the manipulation, price is going back up. It'll take out one target, two target, three targets. It'll keep going higher, 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 higher until it meets that final draw on liquidity. Okay? In this case scenario, when we have this Sibi, cool. We're already deep inside of it. We have manipulation. We have order block rebalance. This single bearish PDO rate is not going to make me think that we're bearish. No. We have we have two manipulations, SMT, turtle soup. Okay? We have order block. That's the third PDO rate. So we have 3 bullish PDO rates so far. Okay? We have displacement. Price is rebalancing. Displacing away again. Okay? It's respecting the order block. So you have like what? 1 bearish algorithm and 6 bullish. So which trade are you taking? The one with just 1 Sibi or the one with 6 bullish confirmation? Treat it like that. Like the Sibi is gonna get ran every day of the week. Turbo day, blew my XFA in 2 trades. How did you blow your XFA in 2 trades, bro? What are you sizing? Rohan, lock in, bro. The first was way too late in macro, and we never expect to see if the PD array. I entered because price was moving below it and entered 10 seconds before it closed, and it just wicked CE, continues in the other direction. The second was just a revenge trade to make up for my loss. I just taking it, but I got stopped out because I over-risked, had too tight of a stop. I broke my rules, entered too late in the macro, taking 2 trades with one of them being outside of my macro. I also hesitated on a prior entries during the macro, and overall it was just a terrible trading day. Going forward, I need to set a lockout and be extremely disciplined with my rules as well as wait for candle closure. Stop getting FOMO for missing an opportunity. Again, for you to blow your account in 2 trades, size down. Okay, that's the first thing. Second thing, we're bullish. You clearly see us displace past draws, okay? If we were bearish, why did this candle not displace us lower? Why did we not continue? Okay? Why did price wait so long to start displacing lower? Because this price is going to look to manipulate lower. Internal manipulation, bro. Look at this. If anything, you should be shorting this bearish candle as it was displacing lower back to this low right here. That was the valid short you could have taken today. Okay? Anything else was gamble. Alright? Here, you waited way too long. Longing at the very top of the range after we already took out the draws. Okay? If anything, long here after we displaced past this side. You have your internal manipulation. Okay? You have price finding the displacing out of this accumulation range. Just catch it. Take it to this high. And you're safe. Alright? You're waiting way too long. Like, look where you longed, bro. Price obviously is going to look to rebalance deep before going higher. Especially after taking out this draw. Size down. Okay? Be more patient with your setups. Set lockouts. Maximum $500 loss limit of the day. That's it. Noor. Manipulation. Civil disrespect. And we had displacement rebalance. Displacement. Easy entry. TP at the first internal high. Very clean and good, bro. Beautiful. 10:40, 11:40, sometimes like 1:40 p.m. but like rarely, but mainly just the New York AM. Like you'll see a lot of nice setups. I would have taken the reversal entry, but we had no internal manip. What reversal entry? This was the only like quote unquote reversal, but like we're not really reversing, we're just still continuing bullish. You don't need internal manipulation when you have this. Price takes out this low. You have displacement, rebalance, displacement. Okay? Coming to the day, I was bearish on the higher time frame because of that SMT we put in at London. The fact we are trading towards these lows. Market open, we really take out these lows out in one candle. We total sweep the final draw and create a Sibi. We disrespect the Sibi, but we lack displacement, so it was hard to tell if we disrespect was valid. We then rebalance, then displace again. Confused on the risks. Definitely was a bit scared to enter some close to blowing this account. Things like that should affect me losing an XP. It's never fun to blow it. I can always just pass another read because I have proof to myself I can do it. Yeah, bro. If you're scared to like take a trade, I mean, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna sit on your hands all day? Like tomorrow, same thing. Price gives you another setup. Are you gonna just sit there, open your mouth wide open, like I don't know. I don't know how many cons should I enter with, and boom, the trade runs away from you. So you missed another opportunity. All right, you don't get every day 2-3 different opportunities a day. Today was so easy. You could have literally longed wherever and you would have made money. All right, as long as you had the buffer for it to hold the trade. You know what I'm saying? Stop being scared of taking a trade because you're on an XFA, bro. That's why you're in drawdown. That's why you're so close to blowing it, because you're scared of taking good setups. You might take like some silly stuff, yeah, happens, but like, bro, you're missing out on the bread and butter. All right, you're missing out on the juicy steak and lobster, and you're going for the appetizers. Lock the fuck in, bro. Size down, take the trade. Blow the account, doesn't matter. Just continue trading. Just take the trade, bro. Stop hesitating on it. Today was so free, okay? And also that SMC in London, valid thought process, but like still, we manipulated lower. We make the SMT. From the SMT, we're still continuing bullish. So, old manipulation. Why is it not working? This is the old manipulation. This is the new, okay? Focus on new manipulation that's happening, all right? Don't worry about the old, because there's manipulation all over the board, you know, especially like last week or the month before, you know. We have SMT here. Oh, why did this SMT not hold? Why did we not continue being bearish? Because we literally swept so much liquidity, okay? Price rebalance, took out all these highs. Again, gave you another rebalance. We're displacing away. Are you going to be surprised tomorrow if we take out this high? No, because we're making new manipulation. Price is giving you displacement, rebalance, internal manipulation, another internal manipulation, displacing away. Like, yes, bro, that's the thing. You're trading macro model. You're not trading like 930 manipulation. A lot of people are entering just because they see a bearish or a displacement candle thinking it's probable. No, there's no narrative behind it. You guys are just chasing displacement candles left and right. That's why be patient, okay? Wait 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes, 10 minutes, you know, and then take the trade. Today's win, 100 points past my first TPT eval account today. Good shit, young. Very clean longs, internal manipulation, displacement, rebalance, displacement. I don't know what this VWAP line is though. We low-key gotta get rid of it. But overall, good. $245, $350 macro. What do you think about trading this macro versus New York AM? You on my fried or what? Folk, it's London. You think London will present every day? You're fried. London won't give you a good trade every day. You know, London could be the accumulation. London could literally not even make anything. London could just manipulate you, fake you out, alright? Focus on New York AM. Only time you should be trading like London macro is if New York AM is like really low probable, or there's nothing going on in New York AM, like bank holiday or something, okay? That's when you should be trading like London. But like, still with that, don't trade London. Forward test it, yes, but like trading it, no. Jagged my stop after the second displacement candle was originally below the first one. Okay, Santi, good shit, bro. I see. I remember your trade. When backtesting earlier dates, do you suggest we trade 945 macro, or we could take entries around 935? I want you to do 2 trades. One at 935, the current macro, and then one at 945 and like onward, okay? So you can see the difference, how macro changed. Bet, bro. Enjoy the dinner, relax, take your mind off the garbage trade you took, and just lock back in. You had the right narrative, but like the trade fucked you up. That's all. Yeah, you guys are having FOMO. I have a theory. Miko is taking multiple trades, but he's only showing the execution where he won. That's why it's so zoomed in. That's my theory, the Miko theory. Was it good to try my SL towards that busy and keep my TP at the same place I closed earlier to me, feeling that was enough money for me? It's too much points and it was on a low probable day. How come that draw valid was TP at? Because the draw literally had nothing behind it. It was not significant to reverse price. Accumulation, we manipulate, we go higher. Like, bro, why would this draw not be significant to easily target? This was free DOL, free money up there. Alright, I'm not saying just because you TP'd here is invalid. No, it's still valid. Like, wherever you're content to TP at, go ahead. But like, this was the cleanest DOL you could have targeted, and it was the nearest. Especially how we took out this low and immediately started reversing and like rebouncing, displacing away. You didn't really need to trail there. Like, you were fine. Just set your TP, hold it, you know, accept the outcome. Alright, if you were like scared of you TPing too much or it was a lot of points, close it, whatever you're content at. How did we know that Asia would dump to new week opening gap? Sorry if you answered already. I'm at work. You wouldn't know if Asia will dump to new week opening gap. You would just react. Like, price took out these highs. Okay, from here, what do you see? Displacement lower. We see disrespect. Okay, we take out internals. After we take out the internals, do we see displacement higher? Do we see price continuing past this high? No. We just see it rebalance back inside the SIBI, and from here you just see displacement lower. Obviously your draws are going to be this low, this low, this low. Finally the new week opening gap is seeing how price reacting from it. So every time you took out these lows, you got a weak reaction. Price did not like give you that clean reversal or continuation up. So you would know new week opening gap is going to get touched. Okay, and boom, we touched it, we tapped into it. From here still nothing happened. London just gave you a rebalance, swept internal accumulation, and gave you that SMT, and from there we just continue lower to finally take out the rest of this accumulation from New York PM on Friday. Some days it doesn't tap into new week opening gap until later in week, let alone the same night. Yeah, same thing for not last week, the week before that. We literally just made SMT inside that new week opening gap, and the price just continued displacing lower. So price does what price does. You can never predict what price will do. You just have to react. Clean order block. Marked out, displacement, rebalance, displacement, with respect. Clean longs, Jonathan. Nothing about to say, bro. Again, bro, if you have daily loss limit and you see this low as like your daily loss limit, size down, okay? Or wait for more displacement. Because, bro, you're trading way too close at 930, bro. Like, most of your losses is just because it's at 930. Like, technicals aside, bro, just wait for price to do its thing, finish the rebalancing, and just take the displacement. So much easier if you just waited for here or another displacement, rebalance, displacement. Like, you don't need internal, no. Because if you swept external manipulation, what internal is there to sweep? Like, unless price is displacing away and gives you that internal. So look, we were displacing away, we swept external, or yeah, external. We'll go with that. Okay. You finally have internal right here. So price gave you this internal manipulation, and we're still continuing. Unless price is setting itself up for internal manipulation, you won't see that. Close that. Yeah. I feel like today's setup was really relatively the same as this one. I got fucked on the other day, Wednesday last week, so I decided to say, could you help me understand the difference? I wasn't cool with entering against the internal SMTs. What day was this? This one, okay. This day, we had SMTs before at pre-market, pre-New York, okay? It was valid, right? Even after we took out this low, we didn't even see a continuation. We didn't even see like displacement, rebalance, displacement. For today, you're literally seeing that. Even if you think like, oh, we had SMTs at like one of these highs with like here, with 930, before 930 even opened up. After 930, at 937, 938, you see prices disrespecting any bearish SMT we had. You see price disrespect it. We're bullish. We're going higher now. You know what I'm saying? So, legit, today we displaced past the highs, past 930, 929 highs or whatever. We're displacing past it. Okay? That day, this day we didn't. Why? Because we had actual manipulation and price was respecting the manipulation here. That's why we started displacing lower. Okay? Today, we had manipulation below us, yes, and displacement alongside us. So, that's why we seen continuation reversal. You know what I'm saying? And do you see price dilly-dally? How many candles did it take before we displaced past 930 highs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 candles, 7 minutes after just waiting. At 937, we finally displaced here. Still, 950 and we still haven't made a move yet. Finally made a move at 950-ish. External, think of it as like out of the range, outside of the range. So like previous day, previous week, that. Okay, and depending on how you look at it, obviously on the higher time frame, you will see everything as internal, but like on the lower time frame, the 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, you'll see as like external. Yeah, you can consider this external, yes. Yeah, literally just depends on the time frame how you look at it. First macro, echo play for regular macro was on time for this macro. Displacement, rebalance, displacement, stop loss trailed at the rebalance after you see displacement. Beautiful bone. Nothing bad to say, bro. You're good, don't worry. Literally just time frame, bro. Balance is at 1.4k. Okay. Okay, folks. I had a feeling that I was going to hit because it made sense, but I felt weird looking at that many points. Bro, if you're not content with the points, or if you're content, close it. If you're scared, close it. Yeah, it's legit just the time frame. Both of these would have been valid. Stop loss at that low, valid. Yep. I mean, here, this is more of a discretionary entry. Like, legit, you didn't really need to do this. You know what I'm saying? This is perfect because here you have full confirmation we're displacing away. Price literally displaced past the highs. You have to rebalance. It was weak. So you know this next candle is going to be like really heavy displacing. So the second trade is legit picture perfect. Of course. I enter after the flip of the candle and I got stopped out with that wick. Yeah, bro, legit, just be more patient. Like, you don't need to enter so close to 9:30. Price is still manipulating. It's still doing its job. Wait for the storm to finish before you know, go back home, look for shelter, look for look for your belongings. Just be more patient, bro. Should we only use SMTs when it's aligned with narrative? Yes. Be selective with the SMTs you take and be selective with narrative. Alright? So today, yeah, you had like bearish setups, some bearish bias, but overall we're still bullish. Continuing off last week. Especially after rebalance 50% of the weekly candle from the high to the bottom of it. Here, we rebalance, we're displacing past it. Asia literally gapped up. Alright, if we were bearish, why did Asia not like start displacing lower? Especially when we took out the highs with the wick right here. When we turtle swooped the highs, why did price not just displace lower? I mean, clearly because we're bullish, so you would know price manipulating lower is going to look to take out like accumulation, or rebalance lower, even sweep this low out. But like, it's really simple and easy. Just literally continuing the bias from Friday, the day before. Never be married to a bearish bias, bro. Here, bro, way too early. Because, like, for 9:30, price is going to look to wick a lot. It's going to look to trick people out. We're still manipulating, okay? A lot of people got stopped out in your same position, okay? A lot of people took shorts at the very bottom after they've seen this candle start displacing lower. They think, oh, we turtle swooped this high, CB respect, we're displacing lower. People are entering shorts right here, where your stop loss is. And then they got stopped out. So, price is still manipulating. That's why you wait for candle closure around these times, okay? 9:35, 9:36. Wait, alright? If you have clean like candle closure like this right here, this one makes sense. You can enter on this. Why? Because we're finally displacing. We rebalance. We have wicks. Now we're seeing displacement. Like, it's displacing past these previous wicks here. And it even disrespected any SMC we had. So, here would have literally been, like, valid to take the longs here. Stop loss at this low. Yeah, everything was already balanced out. Like, we had no reason to go any lower. Exactly, but react. Don't marry a bias. I wanted to enter there too, but I saw the wicks and looked at it as accumulation. Nah, it's not accumulation, it's just price rebalancing. It's still tricking people out, it's still manipulating. Can you enter at a DOL with that displacement to one direction, and if you see that the DOL isn't being respected? No, because this is gambling. You have to see how price is moving after the DOL. So let me show an example right here. Right here, price took out this high. Okay, does that mean I enter longs now the second it took it out? Like, and my stop loss is below this candle that I entered on? Obviously you're gonna get stopped out because price is gonna look to rebalance. Takes out draws, rebalances, or continues. Okay, you don't know what price will do after it takes out a DOL. That's why you have to react and you have to see at the signatures. All right, you don't want to enter at the high after we took out the highs. No, you want to enter targeting the highs. All right, remember that. Why would you want to enter a trade after the trade is already done? Like, the move happened. All right, like, what are you gonna target past the DOL? What should be our protocol for entering off displacement candles that haven't fully closed? For my trade, I entered without the candle closing because that's at the 9:30 manipulation. Unless you're entering at the very bottom after the manipulation, you're confident in it and you understand that, okay, this is the final manipulation, price not going to go any lower, then you can enter before candle closure. But if we are like 933, 934, 935, we haven't displaced past 930 highs, you're waiting for candle closure past 930 highs right here. Let me delete this. Right here, okay? I'm not taking any longs because look, we can still be bearish, we can still be bullish. Even though I know the bias is bullish, like, price can do whatever it wants. It's price, you know what I'm saying? I can never predict price 100%, but I can react. So after price finally displaces with candle closure above this high, then I can enter at any candle that's opening higher or lower, you know? So this is rebalancing after I took out the high. This candle closed hella weak, so I know we're bullish. Enter the second this candle opens. 1 to 1 would have been hit literally in the same candle. So here you can enter before the candle closes. Okay, here you would have to wait because we're still in this like 930 candle. We're still in the 930 candle. Even though we manipulated, we haven't displaced out of it, so price can still do what price does. Yeah, perfect, bro. Legit. I'm confused now. You said this low is external, but looking like this it wouldn't technically be internal. That's why we didn't have a 1 minute internal manipulation. Obviously on the 1 hour, bro, this is internal manipulation. Like, this is internal manipulation, you know what I'm saying? Even this is like right here is internal manipulation, you know, on the higher time frame. But like on the lower time frame, this low literally just got sniped. Like, you could treat it as external because of the time frame. On the 1 minute, you zoom out, you see this as like external. Obviously there's accumulation behind it, but like still quote unquote valid external, you know, because it's on the 1 minute. But like on the 15 minute, it's just like a regular internal low inside of a BISI that displaced us past this wick high. Same thing here, displacement, internal manipulation, then displacement again. Pretty much the same thing. It's just at the time frame you look at it. How do you enter earlier in the move? Because I catch myself always catching the late entries. I'll be waiting for too much confirmation. Understanding when to enter early and when to wait. Okay, here it was permissible to enter around 937, 938. Why? Because we're finally seeing displacement out of the accumulation, out of the wick highs right here. Or not accumulation, but like the wick highs. You can enter early here as the candle is opening. Displacing here is valid. Okay, for days where you have to wait for like full candle closure. What day was it? Let me find it. No, that day was clean. Right here. This right here. This is where you have to wait for candle closure because price is starting to accumulate, it's starting to slow down. Alright? We take out these highs, we make SFT with it on the yes. And we're still inside of a dump. So legit 3 a.m. London makes SMT or whatever, we're still continuing bearish, we have a fat dump lower. Price starts accumulating again. We manipulate higher, okay? But price starts like chopping around. So makes the SFT. Now you're waiting for candle closure, okay? Because price can still disrespect this SFT, continue going higher and displacing higher. All right, but we're waiting to see what price does. So once price finally starts displacing away from this low, gives you the rebalance inside the SIBI right here, okay? From the SIBI, what do you see? Okay, we're displacing lower, we're continuing lower. All right, you can enter here now finally because we're displacing lower past the lows, okay? Because if we wanted internal manipulation, this low would have gave us that displacement candle, but the way this candle rebalanced us and we started displacing lower, taking out this internal low as well, then you can enter here, you know, stop loss up here, targeting 1-to-1 or whatnot. Holy. And also depends on the day and like the volatility we have. So if price is slowing down a lot and it's wicking and stuff like that, be patient, wait for price to do its thing. Full candle closure out of the range, then you can enter. But if price is giving you clean continuation after like a manipulation, and it's not like slowing down, price legit is just displacing, giving you like a small rebalance and displacing away, then legit just enter on the candle the second it starts opening and displacing higher. That's pretty much it. Just keep it simple, don't overcomplicate it, and everybody will be catching the trades. Today was legit so simple, like long the bitch. How do you get better at entering in too much of a premium discount? Do you always mark out the range with the fib? Not always. I only do it for like the daily range. If we like displace too much and it's like in New York PM, I want to see how price is doing. So if price like I want to see the reaction we get in the range. So here, after we displace so much, price is due to rebalance. Okay. Why is it so high? All right. I want to see how price is reacting after we do the rebalancing. So Friday, when we rebalance above the CE, okay, we took out all this accumulation. What reaction am I getting? Okay, I'm getting weak displacement lower, so I know we're still bullish. Okay, especially after we make this internal SFT and accumulation, we take out these lows. All right, from here, I'm thinking, okay, displacement, rebalance, displacement again. And what did price give us? Displacement, rebalance, displacement. That's how you look at ranges. Okay. And what was else? And entering at too much of premium and discount is really simple. You're just waiting for more confirmation. Same thing as that. Like, you're not entering the second you see a displacement candle. No, you're waiting for another leg of displacement, rebalance, displacement. Alright? Because price can still continue to displace lower, rebalance, and displace lower. But if we take out the highs, like here, okay, and we like displace, we rebalance, and we displace again, targeting those highs, then I can enter, you know, target simple 1-to-1. So past DOLs and premium discount or premium ranges of discount premium, you're just waiting for another leg of displacement, rebalance, displacement to tell you that, okay, price is not looking to reverse, it's not slowing down, and we're just going to continue to the next DOL. Love you, Brandon. Bet, bro. Take it easy. Alright, guys, if you have no more questions, then that's it for today. Bet that everybody's good. Alright, today was really easy and simple. Love you guys.